Yes, please.
Okay. Um, hello, everyone. I just want to take this opportunity to thank you all for tuning in. My name is Sakani Mpofu. I'm your host tonight. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our guest speaker, Mrs. Elizabeth Gindina. Miss Elizabeth, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for accepting our invite tonight. So today we are not going to waste time, and I would like to also thank everyone again for tuning in. It means a lot to us. Mrs. Elizabeth, our guest speaker, she is based in Namibia. She's the owner of Serene Organic Hair Oil. She's a banker. She's an entrepreneur. She's a life coach. She's a mentor. She's a member of SA Women Do Dubai. Above all, she's a church leader. She's the mother to the nation, and she's the woman of God. Mrs. Nghidinwa, Sister Elizabeth, I'll just call you Sister Elizabeth because I'm used to call you Sister Elizabeth. And our theme today is It Can Be Done. It doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter where you are coming from, it doesn't matter your look, it doesn't matter your skin color, it doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter your race and your culture, but it can be done. So, as I welcome each and every woman, I just want to tell you tonight that it can be done. Mrs. Elizabeth, the stage is yours. Mrs. Elizabeth.
I'm coming. Hi, Takane. How are you? Good evening to everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. I don't take this lightly, and thank you for the invite. I'm really honored to be in this group. Last week, I was listening to a doctor speak, and I was like, wow, this is so amazing. How could I speak on this platform when such big ladies are speaking like this? But I want to share my story of Serena Organic Hair Oil. Um, Serena Organic Hair Oil started in my kitchen in 2020. But the dream has been already there before, but the first production was actually in my kitchen in 2020, Nochivarongo, Namibia. Just to really take you what this oil does, or what this business we do, what we are in. Um, with this amazing oil, we managed to help moms manage their little ones' hair better, no more tears for them. We were able to help women grow back their thinning hairline. We are able to help women with breaking dry, brittle hair to soft, luxurious, natural hair. We help women that have simply given up on the journey of their natural hair, just come back and love their hair, their journey of hair, and just embrace their natural hair. So it's all about our hair. So how did it start? Why am I so much into beauty and hair? In 2020, when COVID hit, it was becoming difficult for me financially, for my family, and it has hit some of our business, especially those that were in transportation. We were in transportation, and that was greatly affected. So I decided to sell what I love doing most. I usually used to do it for myself. So I did a bigger bunch, and I gave to friends, and they love it. I love the feedback. So most people say, please do more. So I started selling, but I wasn't really going out on a bigger scale. I just wanted to do something small for my friends and family. And I was looking at it. I didn't see the bigger picture then of Serena in 2020. Up until I helped a sister. I had a friend of mine, a sister in church. We're not in the same church. I just know her. She had written a book, and she didn't have money to publish the book. So she told me, she said, I have this book of mine. I'm just saving money so I can publish this book. And I said, what is the book about? And she said, no, I wrote a book on parenting. And I'm like, no, we can't have you die with your book. Let's do something. So I opened a WhatsApp group. I put on our friends and family, her friends and her family, and I introduced what the purpose of the WhatsApp group was. So we tried to raise money. In fact, we raised money for the book, and the book was published. So after the book was published, it's actually through that book that Serena was birthed. It's a book on parenting, but Serena is on beauty and hair. I, through me helping her publish a book, get funds, in that moment is the moment where my business just grew like beyond, and then I started investing more. I started doing more, and it became a network of women that from one business to the next business that I just saw. It was just like, wow, I didn't expect this. All these people that I didn't know started ordering Serena. I had to build up capacity. I started to invest more into the business. I started ordering in larger quantity, contacting people in Nigeria and Uganda to bring me bigger quantity because the business was just expanding beyond what I've expected. Now, how did why am I talking about this? How did I really start? The first thing that I look at it when I look back was the fact that I started small, but I started. If I hadn't started, I wouldn't be where I was. It's something that it was. I looked at it as it was a small scale. I wanted something small just to get additional income for bread and butter, milk, petrol, to have a small income to supplement my salary, and also to cap on the transportation business that really went down because of COVID, and the people were not traveling anymore, and the lockdown. So it can be done. I was very busy. I worked in the bank. I still work in the bank. At that moment, I was transitioning from a role of a branch administrator to a service advisor. It was the busiest moment in my work. The company was going through transformation, but nonetheless, even through that, my customers were my biggest encourager in me doing more, because they love the product so much that I just had to keep doing to keep doing more of what I had to do. And I realized the biggest step for me was to start. Starting was the process. I knew this already, even up to 2 years before 2020, but I was just not starting. I just felt like I can't, it can never grow. It's like, who's gonna like it? I think maybe it just works because my hair is already naturally like this. How am I going to market it? Will people believe me? I was really in that thing. I kept it. I sat on it until something hit. When I needed money, I started. And then one of the things that also pushed me was a friend of mine. She kept saying, don't die with your idea. You need to help people. People want to see, to encourage women. How do you just, how do you just come up? How did you come up with that idea? What made you come up with doing hair products? I mean, there are so many things that you could sell. You could have sold clothes, you could have sold shoes, you could have made a tuck shop, you could have, and then it's a passion that I had within me. It's a hobby. Ever since I was a small girl, I loved beauty and hair. I'd cut my hair several times. This is a big cut. This is a 2-year growth. I was starting over like this, but I've just really enjoyed seeing, as a young girl, seeing people styling their hair, wanting to style my hair. And I've always wanted to do something about hair. So when I went into this, when I saw the business was growing, I started doing more research about hair product, what breaks hair, our natural hair, why do women use chemical things, or what do chemicals do to your hair, what does a natural, all this, and just stepping into the science part of hair, and that really helped me. And from what I have learned is that your hair can grow, and it's just how we care for it. And I've realized there isn't so many people that are into the thing of looking for hair, for Black women's hair, in particular our hair, Black women and your beauty, and how your hair is your crown, is your glory, is your culture. And our culture has died. And that is what we are about now. We are about documenting this thing of our culture. What did my mother do to retain her hair length? How did she use it without using the bleach and the chemicals that they are doing now? They had long hair then back. But then obviously most of our girls, we are so used to dark and lovely, but we are not looking at the chemicals that are into those products. These things that we are using, the Serena organic products that I use, it's pure organic, made by women from the village. The oldest supplier that teaches me one of the products is an 80-year-old grandmother. And most honestly, it's a tiresome process to bring up that oil from that fruit. But it's not documented. People are not loving it. People are not following it. But at the end of the day, there is so much potential in this business. There is so much that people can do. I drive around the villages. I go to the villages. I visit the old women, and I said, and the young girls, and I said, how can I help you come out of where you are by supporting my business? It's not really just about me. It's about how I can support the next person in what I'm doing. So it really grew in a sense that when I look not only for my benefit, but for the benefit of the next person, that's when I saw my business started growing so much. And I've seen it, most women, we look for our benefit. We are into business, we are into doing things just because we want to benefit the majority of it. Of course, we are in business to make money. The profit is what we want to do. But when you look beyond profit and say, me doing this can help this sister in this area. I was encouraged just to start by seeing the smile of a woman on her face and say, my hairline had diminished, and your product helped me regain my hairline. One of the lady that I've given, she used to wear wigs. She couldn't get out of the house without a wig. So I did a special oil for her, and I gave it to her for free. And I said, use this, and this is how you use it. And 3 months later, she came back to me and she said, you know what? My hair is growing back. And thank you to you, I can now start going out of my house without a week. And that to me was like, wow, that was the encouragement that pushed me that I can actually do more. I didn't sell that to her, but I wanted to see the smile and the result, the smile on her face, and also the result of the product. At the end of the day, it benefited me because I can use her testimony and say, you know what, this thing does work. So really, I look back at Serena and I said, I wish I had started earlier. I had so much of this, but I just sat on it. And one of the things I've learned now when I look back at everything that I do is to realize that time is not in your hands. If you've got a business idea, you need to start now. You can start little. My first capital was a mere 1,000. I bought my first batch of product. I used $1,000, 1,000 Namibian dollars, which is 1,000 South African rand. That's the first thing I started with. And I did smaller quantity to give to a lot of people. And it's not really about money. You don't need to have $1 million. You don't need to have 50,000. You just need to put that passion of yours that you want to do into start. You need to start somewhere. Do something. Just do it. I was so scared. I was really, if I didn't think it's gonna come out, I kept pushing it. I kept pushing it. Well, fortunately for me, it happened because of circumstances. My circumstances pushed me to start doing something, to put my idea to get an income out of it. And it does work. So people are not going to read the book you intend to write. If you keep saying, I'm going to write my book, I will write my book one day, we'll take you to the grave with your book in your head. But if you write that book, you put that idea on paper, you will live after with your book. You know, it's just something, you know, Serena is named after my daughter's name. Her name is Serena. And I just thought, let me give it to her. This is Serena. You see, if I'm no more here, she can continue Serena in her name. That is the idea behind the name, where I got the name Serena from for my business. So it's about, we often, when before I started Serena and came up with the idea of Serena, I would always be so fascinated about people that are in business. And they would always say, you've got to think and think. And I really liked the message that was spoken by the doctor, that you need to think. And I would always tell myself, but all the business ideas are out. They are gone. They are finished. How am I going to think more? What more can I think? But you know, I realize it's true. When you have to think, and your business idea is just with you, you just have to start doing what you like to do. It can be done. You don't have to wait for circumstances. Like I was in financial difficulty, in financial circumstances, in tough situation at work, not sure if my job is secured, it's COVID is coming. I was pushed to start, and I started. And from when I saw Serena in 2020 and Serena in 2022, and how I see Serena in the next coming 2 years, I see Serena with a lot of sales agents. Our customers, our consumers will be the business owners. Every woman that uses Serena, that love the product of Serena, they get paid for referring a customer. You see, when you go to spa and you buy your Dark and Lovely product and it works so well on you, you refer it to your friends. You don't necessarily get paid for referring. But Serena, I cannot grow it by myself. The picture that I see for this business is way much bigger than I myself. I want to empower more women. And I know by empowering more women, by working with more women from the community, from our workplace, from everywhere, that are able to sign up and become sales agent for Serena, we can be bigger. And it's all about putting a smile on the next woman's face. You see, I love hair, and I know our hair is beautiful. Every Black woman is pretty. We don't have the same type of hair. Our hair grow, but the only thing that helps us is if we learn to manage our hair. That if we learn to embrace our hair, that your kinky curls and coils, they are just as beautiful as the straight hair. You just need to embrace that. You just need to care for that. You just need to use the right product. And I want the women that are using the right product to refer to the next women that are using the right product. I remember the other day I was listening to a video of late Dr. Miles Monroe. And he said, I wrote it down. Let me look for it so I can quote him correctly. And then I give him the credit. Where did I write? Okay, he says, where there is no history and heritage, there is no value. Where there is no history and heritage, there is no value. And speaking out of experience, history is something that is written. But then from our culture in particular, let me talk about my culture, the Namibian culture where I come from, Oshivambo in particular, when it comes to their hair, very little information is documented on the maintenance of hair. We merely listen to our grandmothers. You heard what your grandmother or your mother used to do with their hair. But at the end of the story, at the end of the day, if that story is not documented, there is no heritage for us. And our story is written by someone else. I want to see the story of beauty and hair for Black women written by a Black woman who has experienced the use of their Black product. You see, we want to write our own heritage. It's not just about beauty and making money. I want when I leave Serena, my daughter will tell her children and her children's children that my great grandmother used this oil and it came from the shea nuts, the shea butter, the coconut, the mbeke oil, the enanga oil. How do we come about doing this? That is really my passion for looking forward into Serena. So whatever it is, I'm going to write the history that will become the heritage of the Southern African women and their beauty and the hair that we love so much. I think that's really all I have to say, unless if there's a question. Tsakane?
Hi, Sister Elizabeth. Thank you so much. I've learned so much. We have to embrace our beauty. We have to embrace our heritage, our culture, and indeed, our hair is our crown. You know, when there are events and everything, the thing that a woman can worry about is, what am I going to do with my hair? So, but I want to ask you something. This is the question from me, from your business. Where do you see Serena? No, I knew you told us that you want to empower women. You told us that you want to, for Black empowerment and all these things. But where do you see yourself? Where do you see the brand? Where do you see this heritage? Where do you see Serena, your daughter, going because of what you have established?
Okay. I I see more Black women becoming natural, having their afro. I really get fascinated when I see a woman with a well-kept afro hair. And I see Serena beyond just Namibia and South Africa. I see Serena going, even I want to, I'm like, how do I send this to the American market? That's where I see Serena. I really see her growing beyond just the Southern African border. Because right now we are only in Namibia, SA, and Botswana.
If you had to to ask the universe or to ask your God or whatever, what would you ask God or the universe? Where do you want to see yourself? And what do you think what you can do to other women's other countries where there are women that are not empowered? with what you are doing?
Okay. For me, I've always, because the testimony of Serena really came out of the testimony of Serena. Just hold on for this. The testimony of Serena really came out of me helping someone. It was through me helping a sister publish her book that I got more customer and the product was known. So I see myself helping more women, not just in the beauty and the cosmetic industry, but when you uplift the next person, when you say, sis, I see this is your problem, or this is where you are struggling, and this is how I can assist you. I think for me is when I want to help the next person, when I want to see more people grow. I always say competition is a good thing somehow in it when we look at it, because when you have more people doing what you are doing, your product is known and the demand is high. But if you are the only one, it's very difficult to penetrate into the market. That could also be one of the advantage of competition. So I really see a synergy of women working together, embracing the culture, documenting this culture, working this product in a more scientific way, but in an organic manner, that it's chemical free, that is, it liberates women. You see, some of the products that we use in our hair products are the causes of cancer. I read an article. I cannot reference because I can't remember the where I've read it. That the same hair product, chemicals that they find in the black woman's hair, it's also the same chemical that they would find in women that suffer from breast cancer. So I want to see a society that is free from cancer because of the product that we use. If we go more organic, Mother Nature is also going to love us because we are using natural things from the earth and not chemicals to pollute our body, out the earth, and everything else. So at the end of the day, it's looking at something that is organic, that is helping people, that is it's not just an income, but it's also a health benefit.
Okay, thank you, Sister Elizabeth. I think we have Sister Margaret. She has a question. Sister Margaret, can you hear us? Sister Margaret. Okay, is there anyone who wants to say something or to ask any question from Sister Elizabeth?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. I would love to try this product on my family. How do I get it in the UK? Is there somewhere where I can get it, or will you have to send it to me?
Okay, at the moment I haven't tried to send to the UK, but I can get your contact details and then we'll see how I can send it to you.
Okay, yeah, I would really appreciate.
Okay. Get my number from Tekane.
Okay, I'll do so. Thank you. Job well done.
Thank you.
Imagine that you started in your kitchen. That's really inspiring.
Thank you. We cannot hear you. You are muted.
Oh, sorry. No, I was saying, Indeed, it can be done. You didn't have a big warehouse. You didn't have all the other things or fancy things or a lot of money, but you used what you have. And indeed, now you are in South Africa, now you are in Namibia, Botswana, now we are going to UK, and I know that it can be done. You will all over the country. Is there anyone who wants to ask something or to encourage our guest? Okay.
What can I do better?
I should get to that
We
man.
have Sister Olivia. Hello.
Thank you. I just want to say to Sister Elizabeth, you are an inspiration. You inspire us as Black ladies to say if you chase your dream, it can come true. So keep believing in God. God will make you known worldwide. You have started, you are going to the UK. This is the beginning. Don't give up. Keep dreaming. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Sis Olivia. Appreciate it.
Is there anyone who wants to say something? Just a word of encouragement. We have Mama Wabira. Mama, do you want to say something? Just to encourage your daughter. Hello.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, Takani. How are you?
I'm good.
Very, very nice presentation, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. I would like to try it in future. At the moment, I shaved my hair, but I really enjoyed your presentation, and I pray that your business expands all over, girl. Very, very nice. Well done. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mama Abigail, do you want to say something to your daughter? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Wow. Thank you so much, Takani, for putting this together once again. Our ambassador for South African Women do Dubai. Well done.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for that presentation. You know, I was really encouraged myself, and I was also really excited to hear that this started in the kitchen.
Yes.
It started in the kitchen. And the Bible does say, do not despise the days of humble beginnings.
Mm.
And this is a beautiful story with a beautiful start. But we can see that God is taking this thing very far. I also want to commend you for using a community approach where you are encouraging women to market the product on your behalf, and then they in the process get some kind of remuneration based on the numbers that they would have referred to the business. Now, this sounds like network marketing. I wanted to understand how do you track who is being referred by who? So if I refer this product to Margaret in the UK, then Margaret refers it to somebody in Dubai or wherever. How do you track that, if at all? Does this need some kind of tracking or software, or are you just doing it that referral of one-on-one based on the first one? That is my question.
Okay, that I love your question. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful question. You see, now when the business that I'm running now, it's still in its infant stage. So most of my customers are word of mouth people. So when somebody contact me and say, I've heard of your product and I want to buy, the first question I always hear, where did you hear about it? And I said, no, I heard from a friend of mine who told me that. Up until now, I really don't have a strong tracking system of talking about the UK and what you are saying. But the point of me paying referral was to get people know the product. It's a marketing tool that I'm using for people to get to know the product, because from the experience that I've tracked when I do the track record, um, over 90% of the people that use this product come back for more. So the trick was to actually get more people get to know the product. It's going into the local supermarket. As from next month, I will produce into the local supermarket. So if you have known about it and you see it in your spa, then you'll buy it. So it's really to get it's to market. It's taking a bit from my pocket, but I want people to know, because I know the moment you use it, you're gonna want to use it again. So, but I haven't looked at it in a sense that our market are referred to UK, and like what you say, it's really that idea didn't come to mind yet, but I was just thinking of networking and marketing in the country now that everybody have heard of Serena, and if you sell to a friend, you will get something.
Wow. That is really, you know what, Elizabeth, this is really exciting, especially for women worldwide do Dubai. I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing you in Dubai. But you see, Dubai is like the gateway to the world. And when you just get there, you will be able to see other products that are there, that are being sold there, and being shipped to different parts of the world. That will be such a source of encouragement. There is also a platform, the Comesa platform, I think is called She Trades. I'll be able to give you the link or the connections. You want to maybe to start looking at those platforms as well, to see how you can participate in the UN trade bodies that are there to encourage trade by women. Africa is also moving towards an era where there's going to be duty-free trade amongst nations. It becomes imperative that we position ourselves strategically, so that we become some of the first people to penetrate other markets. So I'm looking forward to these kinds of conversations and narratives that we can have, which will globalize the businesses that women are doing. So thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thank you. That's quite encouraging.
I think when I started, I said it can be done. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter how much you have. But it can be done. So in this platform, it's all about fixing each other's crown. It's all about taking ourselves from where we are to the next level. It's all about transforming each other. When I look at your product as a sister, when Mama was talking, I was thinking, oh, packaging now. We have to work on the packaging. Oh, we have to register. I don't know, in your country, in our country, there is where we go and register for our products so that we are able to take them out. So now we are in a platform where we sit down and say, okay, how do we help a sister? How do we fix her crown? How do we help her business to grow? How do we move her from where she is to the next level? So, Sister Elizabeth, you have sisters, you have mothers, you have, I don't know, daughters, you have whoever. But we are women that believe that it can be done. It doesn't matter how much you have, it doesn't matter how small it is, but it can be done and it can go worldwide. As we are women, we are women doing Dubai and worldwide. Is any question before we close or any comment? Okay, Sister Elizabeth, is there anything that you want to say before we close our session?
No.
You are fine. Okay, let me take this opportunity to thank you for tuning in. Yes, it's a webinar, but this is not just a webinar. This is a webinar that is all about transformation. This is a webinar that we are about to change each other's life. It's all about fixing each other's crown. We don't care whether you are small or you are big or you are whatever, but we are here to fix at each other's crown. Let me say thank you for tuning in. I love you. And hashtag it can be done. And let's keep on fixing each other's crown. Bye.
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 It can be
Bye.
It can
Bye.
be
It
done.
can be
Right.
done.
Hashtag,
Yay.
hashtag, it can be done.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's support
Let's
each
do
other.
it.
Let's show
Bye.
off. Let's go out there and show the people that it can
It
be.
can be done.
Thank
Yes.
And we are going to
Let's
use
do it.
chemical as from today. It can be.
Wow.
It will come to South
Wow.
Africa. It will go to UK. It will go to Zim. It will go to Botswana. So, my
Mm.
sister, today you are national. You are no more the Serena that we know, the Elizabeth that now you have moved from where you were and then to the next level because you are
Yes.
connected with the queens that understanding fixing each other's crown. It
Yeah.
can be done. Bye.
and
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Elizabeth, this blonde is going out, this bleaching. I'm going
Yes.
natural. I've been delivered.
Yes.
So
Amen. It's
I
exciting.
bye.
I
you need to
I
get
I
Serena.
hi Elizabeth.
I'll, oh, Pastor Ramotona, how are you?
I'm fine. You know what you?
I'm well.
I just want to testify that I'm using Serena and it's doing wonder. My hairline is back.
Ah, that's nice. Thank
Oh,
you.
wow, wow,
I
wow.
like such comment. I like such feedbacks.
Yeah,
Really, thank you so
I'm
much.
excited. Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys. I love you.
Love
Mwah.
you
Bye.
too. Bye, Ambassador.
Bye.
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 How do I go out of here? Okay.